Hi everybody, it's Veronica and welcome to my kitchen. And today I'm going to show you how to make a really simple Caesar salad. Raw, vegan, fresh, organic Caesar salad. And of course the star of the show is romaine, which the romaine leaves are the main ingredient of the Caesar salad show. I got this beautiful one from the farmer's market. It's fresh, it's crunchy, it's raw, it's organic, it's vegan, it's wonderful. And the second thing that I put into my Caesar salad, the second green, is cilantro. And cilantro is a really great herb, and it actually pulls out heavy metals out of your body. And if you have a dog, you walk your dog in the city along, roads, the exhaust fumes from the cars really go into your little dog or your big dog or whatever, because they're close to the ground. So take a sprig of this cilantro as well and just chop it up and add it to their meal so that they can detoxify as well and get those heavy metals from cars, pollution, building, construction, all that stuff out of their little bodies too. Okay, so let's get started. So romaine lettuce is one of the lettuce leaves that's kind of tough. And so one of the things that I love to do is I love to roll it, and I like slicing it very, very thin. So there's a couple of reasons I do this. Number one, it absorbs the Caesar salad dressing better. And number two, it's easier to chew and to digest. So I'm gonna just use the bowl that I was soaking the leaves in, get rid of the water. And I'm gonna throw the sliced leaves in here. So again, it doesn't have to be fancy. Nothing about raw food is fancy, although it looks beautiful. So again, just roll it and then just slice however thick or however thin you want it. You can do whatever you like. With raw food, there's no way that's perfect or right or wrong. It's just whatever you feel like you want to do. And again, you can see by these leaves, they're a little bit heavier than most leaf lettuces. And I'm just chopping away and slicing it up. I have a couple more to do here. Just roll it up and slice. And now these little ones, if you want to cut those up, you can as well. There you go. So that all goes into this bowl. You can see it here. And then the next thing I do is I take the cilantro and I slice it. Now, a lot of people get rid of these stems. I don't. I think it's actually tasty with these stems. And I cut this really sort of fine. And that gets into the salad as well. Now, I work a little differently with my knives because I'm really super used to working with knives. Just be careful when you work with knives. The next thing that I do is I'll just take a half of a purple onion, okay, cut it in half, and then get rid of the skin. One of the things I also have on my counter is I have like a little bowl so I can put discard all of my compost that I don't want. And there's several ways how you can peel this. Usually it just comes off right away. And again, it is your preference how you like your onions sliced. You can chop them, you can slice them, you can do whatever you like with them. You can put in as much or as little onions as you like. I happen to love onions. Onions are really fantastic for your digestive system, for your immune system. I mean, I'm sure you've heard, if you have a cold or a flu, eat garlic. I don't get colds and flus anymore because I eat raw plant-based foods. And then the other thing that I put in is I put in a garlic bud. Now these are from my garden, and how I take the skin off is I just mash it. You can see it's already mashed here. Peel off the skin because this is so fresh. It's like I literally picked it this morning from my garden. Okay, and raw garlic is again very healthy for you. It's like onions, great for your digestive system, and fantastic for your immune system. Now, one of the things that I like to do is I like minced garlic, so I can just put everything here in my mincer. If you don't have this, then you can just literally chop it really fine. And this machine is really great. It just pushes out the minced garlic, and you can throw it in here. You reverse it and pulls out the skin. So you can just literally take the skin out of here. And one of the things that you can do is you can have as much or as little of the garlic that you want. So now that we have the romaine lettuce and the onion and the cilantro done, now we're going to make the dressing. One of the things that I did was I soaked a 1/4 cup of cashews. These are raw organic cashews, and I'm just going to drain it. And that's what's going to make the cream in the creamy Caesar salad dressing. So I have a small little blender, and I'm going to put my cashews in here, 1/2 cup. Then I have 1/2 of a pepper, a red pepper, also organic. Try to use as much organic produce as you can. And because it's not hot, these seeds are not going to affect me. I don't often even take them out. So I'm just going to chop it up a little bit just to make it easy on this smaller blender. Put that in there. And then if you want more garlic, you can add more garlic to your dressing. Again, I just smash it. This one I won't have to mince because I'm going to be blending it. See, like I said, it's the more ripe, or the more, how should I say this? The fresher your garlic is, sometimes the harder it is to peel it. So if you've got garlic that comes, the skin comes off really easy, it might be an older garlic bud. So the next thing that I do as far as putting my dressing in, I have olive oil, and the olive oil that I love is this one here. It's a bio-harvest agriculture, so it's bioavailable extra virgin olive oil. It's also organic. So what I do is I put in a tablespoon of olive oil. Have my tablespoon right here. Tablespoon of olive oil goes in here. I love Bragg's apple cider vinegar. I also put 1 tablespoon of that in here. Okay, and here's a little bit of garlic that I found. And I just put like a tablespoon of lemon juice. Now I've already squeezed this lemon juice. I always have it in my fridge. I use so much lemon juice that I just sort of squeeze it and then leave it in my fridge. Now, nutritional yeast is sort of like a cheesy taste if you haven't had it before. And I use 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, and if there's a little bit more, it's not a big deal. And also hemp hearts. These are really, really creamy when they're blended. So I do this as well. And this is a really good source of protein, as is nutritional yeast. And you can put in 1 tablespoon or you can put in 2. I like mine really creamy, so I'm putting in 2 tablespoons. And then just a little tiny bit of spring water because you want to make sure that this blends. And then you add salt and pepper to taste afterwards. So after the fact. Put my little lid on. I'm just going to get rid of my cutting board here. And so here I'm going to blend this, which will be my creamy Caesar salad dressing. Now with raw food, if it's too dry, you add a liquid like water. If it's too watery, you can add something dry like nutritional yeast. I'm just going to put the rest of this in here, and it will just help it. So if it's too dry, add liquid, and if it's too liquidy, add something dry. That's pretty much it. So open this up. Oh yeah, that's a lot creamier and smoother. Look at this, isn't that nice? And if you don't want it chunky, like what I do happen to like it chunky, then you can just blend this a little bit more. All right. Okay, so now that we have prepped everything for the Caesar salad and everything has been cut and chopped and we've blended our Caesar salad dressing, now all we do is we pour it on, and you can pour as much as you like. You can see how creamy this is. And so here we go. Put all of this goodness and yummy and raw-licious stuff on here. I'm going to toss it. Oh my goodness, it's so creamy. It's like great. And for those that love salad dressing, you can add as much or as little as you like, and you don't have to feel guilty about it. That's what's so great about this raw, plant-based food style. You don't feel guilty about anything. So I'm gonna grab a plate, a nice platter, and this can be for yourself, or it can be for a group of people, however much they want to eat. You put this on your plate. Again, however much you want. It's probably what I'm going to eat. And if you want, you can drizzle a little bit more on here. Okay. Looking so yummy. And then what I love to do is I like to get some of my edible nasturtium plants, put them on my dinner. It just makes me feel good, makes me feel happy. Almost everyone has black-eyed Susans. You can stick those in there for decorations. Do whatever you like to do. And there you go. You've got a super fast, amazing, delicious, raw Caesar salad. And that was done in, what, 5 minutes? It's like amazing. It really is a raw amazing. Have a great day.